Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem performed by PVMHS Chorale and Full House a cappella, conducted by Mr. John Simmons. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce the co-presidents of the class of 2025, Leah Buckley and Jasmine Ramirez. Good afternoon, Mayor Betancourt, Superintendent Vidala, city officials, Principal Randall, school administration, faculty, parents, and most importantly, class of 2025, welcome. I'm Leah Buckley, co-president, and I'm very nervous being up here in front of you all. I'd also like to welcome our veterans and give a special congratulations to our first generation graduates. For most of us, we have been in the PVD public schools all of our lives, but some of us have only been here for a short amount of time. No matter your situation, we have been given the tools to succeed as we embark this new chapter of our lives. We all have the opportunity to achieve the American dream, whether entering the military, joining the workforce, going to college, taking a gap year, the choice is yours. If your future entails being a doctor, influencer, a mom, a dad, the road to all these journeys will not be easy. Everyone's road will have their own challenges and be so different, so don't compare. If you treat people with love and kindness, you will have found the greatest success in life. Just remember, you can't go wrong by helping others and treating everyone fairly. Whatever your future holds, be kind to others who may need your help, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. We're only human, and mistakes are a part of the learning process. Be proud of yourself, and hopefully our generation will make society a better place. My dad had a quote in his office that I feel is so important to carry with you. It says, "Bring your spirit of togetherness wherever you go. We can't walk through this world alone." Thank you, class of 2025, for trusting Jasmine and I as your class co-presidents, my twin sister as your secretary, Miss Henry, Miss Gadino, Miss Dobson, Mr. Torallo, and all the others who have made this year so successful. Your efforts and contributions have not gone unnoticed. I am so incredibly thankful to have this strong support group and make this year so special for everybody. Make sure to thank your teachers, families, and friends who have helped you get this far. We can now finally relax. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, graduates, family members, friends, and school staff. We joined together today to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2025. I would like to give the biggest thank you to Ms. Henry, Ms. Gaudino, and Mrs. Dobson for everything they have done for our class. Our experience would have not been the same without them. Rather than give you a speech full of cliches, I want to offer 3 pieces of advice that might actually stick with you, or at least make you laugh long enough to remember them. Number 1, embrace uncertainty. As we step out into the next chapter of our lives, one thing is for sure. Uncertainty is inevitable. Whether it's about college, career, or just in life in general, no one has it all figured out. And that's okay. In fact, it's better than okay. It's normal. It's easy to feel like everyone else has a clear path, but trust me, they don't. So instead of fearing the unknown, embrace it. Learn to adapt, take risks, and be okay with not having every single answer. Sometimes the best growth comes from the moments when you least expect it. Number 2, failure is a lesson, not a defeat. In life, you're going to fail. It's not a matter of if, but when. But here's the thing, failure isn't a bad thing. It's a lesson, an opportunity to learn, grow, and come back stronger. If you fail at something, it's not the end of the story, it's just a chapter. The key is to fail forward, learn from what went wrong, adjust, and keep moving forward. The only real failure is not trying again. Number 3, your journey is your own. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in comparing yourself to others, especially with social media constantly showing us everyone else's highlight reel. But remember this, your journey is yours, and no one else's timeline or success should define yours. Some of us might have it all figured out right away, but others will take a little longer to find their way, and that's perfectly fine. Take your time, trust the process, and don't rush it. Life is not a race, it's a journey. Focus on making yours meaningful and unique to you. So as we all take our next step into the real world, whether it's college, work, or just figuring out how to be an adult, remember this. You are resilient, you are capable, and you're gonna do amazing things. Just don't forget to laugh, even when it feels like the Wi-Fi is down and everything's a mess. And hey, if you're late to the school day, might as well grab Dunkin'. I mean, breakfast is the most important part of the day. Last but not least, gracias mami y papi por todo, te adoro. Congratulations, class of 2025. At this time, I would like to introduce the principal of PVD Veterans Memorial High School, Ms. Brooke Randall.
Thank you, Leah and Jasmine. I would also like to acknowledge Ava Buckley, Secretary for the Class of 2025, who opened today's ceremony in leading the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you all. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brooke Randall. I'm the very proud principal of Peabody Veterans Memorial High School. I'd like to begin by saying welcome to the parents, guardians, family members, and friends of the class of 2025 who are here this evening, as well as our distinguished guests, including Mayor Betancourt, Senator Joan Lovely, Representative Tom Walsh, Superintendent Dr. Josh Vidala, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Mark Higgins, members of our school committee, Mr. Amico, Mrs. Carpenter, Mrs. Dunn, Mr. Hockman, Mr. Olympio, and Mr. Swanson, as well as the many city council members who joined us this evening. And special shout out to our teachers, our staff here at PVMHS. A very special thank you to you for all you do and the impact that you make on the lives of our students, especially tonight's graduating class of 2025. Also, as we are Peabody Veterans Memorial High School, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge and ask any veterans, folks in active duty, and any of our graduates who will be entering into the military services, please stand to be, if able, to be recognized. Thank you. I am truly honored and deeply grateful to be here tonight celebrating this incredible graduating class of 2025. It has been a privilege to serve as your principal these past 3 years with you, cheering you on, celebrating your victories, marveling at your accomplishments, as there have been many, and walking beside you through the more challenging days. You've shown resilience, determination, and heart. You've lifted each other up, made your families proud, and left a lasting mark on our school. Sitting here tonight in this moment, know this: you've earned every bit of it, and you should be immensely proud of all you've achieved. Where are you from? It's a question you'll be asked again and again throughout your life, at college orientation, job interviews, new friendships, and beyond. And when that moment comes, I hope you'll answer with pride, Peabody, Massachusetts. Because this city, your home, is more than just a place on a map. It's a community built on history, hard work, and heart. Peabody played an important role in the American Revolution, with local Minutemen fighting for freedom and laying the foundation for the pride we have in our veterans and service members today. We are a city shaped by industry, farming, milling, pottery, and of course, especially leather. That history of grit, hard work, and perseverance lives on in our community, our homes, and most importantly, in you. But Peabody's greatest strength isn't just its history. As the Peabody Historical Society puts it, Peabody's main resource continues to be its people. And what a remarkable community of people we are. You can see it, feel it, and even taste it at the annual International Festival in Peabody Square. You can experience it on a lively Friday night down at the Holy Ghost, and in the excitement of Festa Junina, sing and dance along to it at the Greek Independence Day celebration at St. Vasilios, and witness it in the flag-raising ceremonies at City Hall, celebrating Pride Month and cultural heritage with honor and love. This culture, our culture, is vibrant, diverse, and full of life. And no one reflects that better than you, the graduating class of 2025. I'm beyond proud that Peabody Veterans Memorial High School is home to such a rich mosaic of students. The flags displayed behind you represent all of your countries of origin. You've excelled in academics, athletics, arts, and career readiness. You've been leaders in clubs and classrooms, learning from one another, growing across cultures, beliefs, and identities. You've built something special, something real, through acceptance, empathy, and understanding. Together, you've woven a tapestry that represents the very best of what a community can be. And if you haven't taken time to reflect on that, I hope you will now. Take those traits of acceptance, empathy, and understanding into the world, which can use so much more of it right now. And carry the pride. So as you step into the next chapter of your journey, and someone asks, "Where are you from?" say it boldly. Say it with love. Peabody, Massachusetts. And remember that no matter where you go, you'll always have a home here. Once a Tanner, always a Tanner. Congratulations, class of 2025. I am so incredibly proud of you. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to welcome the Honorable Mayor Edward A. Betancourt, Jr. to the podium for some remarks.
Well, good evening, class of 2025. I am honored to be here today to celebrate this momentous occasion in your lives. And since I played a very big part in deciding to take a risk today and having it outside, I am going to give an extremely short speech today. On behalf of your families, friends, teachers, administrators, and all those in our community that have supported you along your journey, congratulations. For 4 years, we have watched you excel in classrooms and labs, on athletic fields and performing arts stages, at school and special events, and through your many hours of community service. We are deeply impressed, not only by your talent and intellect, but by the way in which you have conducted yourselves these past 4 years. You have looked out for one another during a time of great fear and uncertainty. You have demonstrated kindness, compassion, respect, and love. Each of you have represented Peabody High School with honor, integrity, and distinction. You have set a wonderful example for the next graduating class to follow, and for that you should be most proud. I ask each graduate to take a moment and reflect on your own personal journey that has brought you here today. As graduates of the class of 2025, you have been given a great deal. From your parents and families, you have been given unconditional love and support. From your teachers, coaches, and administrators at Peabody Schools, you have been given time, energy, direction, and care. Those are precious gifts. Remember to thank those who have helped you along the way. And second, I ask each graduate to take a moment and think about where you want to go with your life, your goals, your hopes, your dreams. I could speak for hours citing great accomplishments by Peabody High School graduates. Medal of Honor winners, Rhodes Scholars, doctors, Massachusetts Supreme Court judges, business leaders, professional athletes and performers, and every single person of the thousands I could mention started their journey sitting right where you are now, a young man or woman with big dreams. Follow those dreams, seek out that future that is in your heart, and know you can make it happen. Graduates, during your years at Peabody Veterans Memorial High School, you worked very hard and made your family and friends proud. Now we are all rooting for you to continue to make a positive difference. There are a great many problems in our world that need solutions, and we need your energy, talent, and passion to help solve them. We are counting on you. Once again, congratulations and good luck moving forward in all your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mayor Betancourt. Please welcome Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Josh Vidala.
Thank you, Principal Randall. To our 2025 graduates, I just want to thank you for the joy that you've brought all of us over the past 4 years. It has been incredible watching your accomplishments and seeing you grow. To our families, to our staff, and to our elected officials, thank you so much for all the support that you've given to these students over the years. For the past 3 years, Ms. Randall has been the principal, and we've started a new tradition where we bring back a graduate to address the new graduating class. And this year, it's my honor to introduce Dr. Mary Margaret Santa Cruz, who graduated from PVMHS in the class of 2015. She took part in field hockey, chorus, math team, jazz band, and the National Honor Society. She attended Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute as a chemical engineering major after receiving the Rensselaer Medal at her senior convocation. Her experiences as an undergraduate researcher and development engineer inspired her to pursue her PhD at RPI, working on solutions for a cleaner and greener world. Mary's work was funded by the U.S. Department of Energy, part of which was presented at the American Physical Society in 2023 and published in the Journal of Membrane Science in 2024. She also received recognition for her work as a teaching assistant in 2022. Now, Mary teaches statistics and environmental engineering at Endicott College. Go Gulls! When she is not teaching, you might find her doing yoga, gaming with friends, or gardening with her partner and cats. It is my pleasure to introduce to you 2015 PVMHS graduate, Dr. Mary Margaret Santa Cruz.
I have not gotten any taller since then. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Margaret Santa Cruz, and I am grateful and honored to be here today celebrating our PVMHS class of 2025. Congratulations. I was on this stage exactly 10 years and 1 day ago during my own graduation. I never thought I'd be up here again. Thinking about what I wanted to say, I thought, what have I learned since high school? What could I say that might be helpful for you to hear? In what ways have I changed and grown?
Well, for starters, I have learned a lot from my 4 years of engineering, 5 years of research, and 1 year of teaching, so I guess I've changed a lot. But as I worked on this speech, I wanted to remember what I was like as a high school senior from my current point of view. So the scientist in me did some research and found my graduation speech and even my Common App essay. While reading those, I realized that in some ways, deep down, I have not changed at all. I still hold the same values and I still have the same aspirations to be a good person and to be content with my life. I know, it is cliche and quite vague, but there is beauty and power to that ambiguity. I get to decide what that means to me, what that looks like to me. Perhaps this is proof that I have stayed true to myself all of these years, and I hope that you do too, as you begin your next chapter in this crazy world. In my class essayist speech, I talked about how demanding high school was. You need to be a well-rounded student, so you try and do everything. For some, there was more to it. Maybe you had to support your family or even provide for yourself. I can only imagine how much harder high school is now, growing up in a digital world with social media and information overload, through a pandemic and a climate crisis, not to mention all the pressure from others to succeed, in addition to all the expectations that you set for yourselves. But through it all and despite it all, you did it. As you embark on your journey, whether that be college, the trades, the workforce, or the armed forces, whatever it may be, I want to reframe the question that we have been asked all our lives: what do you want to be when you grow up? Instead, we should think about what we want our lives to look like. What can we see ourselves doing every day? What kind of work brings us joy? In short, what is your goal in life? Then ask yourself, does this path bring me closer to that? Am I progressing towards my goal? It's important to have goals because they give us something to work towards. They help give us purpose and give life meaning. But your goals can be anything you want, big or small, both short-term and long-term. But more importantly, you can always change your goals and always change your path, because you are the engineer of your future. You don't have to have it all figured out, and it's never too late to start. Take Miss Randall, for example. She was my AP Calculus teacher, and I remember her telling our class that she made the difficult decision to accept a job as our dean, and now she's principal. I am so proud of you, Miss Randall. But there's a caveat. You cannot do everything, not all at the same time anyways. You have to choose and prioritize what is worth your time, effort, and energy. Trust me, adulting is hard enough. And while you want to do your best, you will have days when your best is not your 100%. Some days you can only give a fraction of that, and that is okay. Acknowledge it, accept it, then do the most with what you've got. Be patient with yourself and give yourself grace. We are only human after all. So don't spread yourself too thin, because it makes it that much harder to achieve your goals and do what you actually want to do. This means that you first must be honest with yourself about what is truly important to you. You have to decide, is this actually important to me, or is it important to somebody else? And the answer can be yes to both. Just make sure that it is a yes from you, because it is difficult to be successful in something you don't believe in. Which brings me to my main advice. I advise you to define what success means to you. What does it look like to you? Your life is yours to live, so you get to choose. To me, success has always meant being content and living a happy life. I never wanted to be rich or famous. I just wanted to be a teacher ever since the 8th grade. I wanted to be to others what my teachers were to me. So I guess to me, being successful also means making a difference in someone's life. I don't have to change the world. I just want to change someone's world. My path to becoming a teacher was far from a straight line. It's full of detours and side quests, but I found my way. I became an engineer because I was good at math and science, but because that's what was expected of me. As immigrants, it was important to my family that I succeed in making a living, and important to me to honor my parents by making a life for myself. It was my dad's dream to make it to the U.S. To do this, he worked at the U.S. Peace Corps in the Philippines, which eventually led to a job offer from a Massachusetts hospital. He immigrated to Peabody when I was 7 years old and managed to bring my mom and us 3 siblings 10 months later. Although engineering wasn't my dream, I'm proud to say that I was able to do it. Through internships, I discovered that I did not want to be a traditional chemical engineer, but rather a scientific researcher finding solutions to chemical engineering problems. That led me to stay at RPI to pursue my PhD, which has then brought me to Endicott College, teaching STEM as Dr. Santa Cruz. Success! I am grateful to be where I am today and so fortunate to be living my dream. All this to say, you don't have to be the best to be successful. You don't have to have the biggest dreams. You just have to have goals and dreams that matter to you. I want to end with a quote from the author of Fight Club, Chuck Palahniuk. I am the combined effort of everyone I have ever known. And this is true. We wouldn't be where we are today without the people in our lives. Our paths would not be the same without them. Therefore, always be appreciative and express gratitude. So if I may, I want to take a moment to thank those that have been pivotal in my journey. All my love and gratitude to my family, the foundation of my being, to Mr. Braganza, my high school guidance counselor who introduced me to RPI, to Mr. Clark from Higgins Middle School, who was the first to inspire me to be a teacher, and to my partner, who I'll keep anonymous because he is probably so embarrassed right now, Dr. T. My definition of success may not be the same as his, but he always supports me just the same. So PVMHS, class of 2025, may you achieve your version of success and make yourself proud. Paint the world and leave your mark, whatever that means to you. But please, I urge you to leave it better than how you found it, for you, for others, and for future generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you to our guest speaker, Dr. Santa Cruz, for your inspirational words. We are honored you joined us today. At this time, please enjoy a musical selection, The Journey Begins, will be performed by the PVD Veterans Memorial Concert Band, directed by Mr. Jason Jones.
At this time, please join me in welcoming Stephanie Dallaire to the stage, who is from the Board of Trustees for the Peabody Institute Library. Stephanie will award the George Peabody Medals to the top 8 students in the class of 2025.
Thank you, everyone. I'd like to welcome Kate Bresnahan to the stage. Thank you. You're going to put it on. Go ahead and do it. No, I'll shake her. Yeah. Congratulations. Could Cam Cower come up next, please? Congratulations and best wishes. Thank you. Would Rosalie Tavernese come join me? Will Noah Crocker come up next, please? Congratulations. Good luck. Next up is Samantha Loden. Could Sam Farhart please come next? Congratulations, Sam. And our salutatorian, Ray Tribeca. Congratulations. Good luck. And finally, your valedictorian, Kiara Howland. Thank you.
At this time, please join me in welcoming our first student speaker this evening, the 2025 senior essayist, Sam Farhat.
Wow. When I was writing this speech last night, I had no idea where to start. A couple of different ideas were floating around in my head, but I couldn't talk about just anything. I needed a timeless piece of advice that I could share with you all. One that I could look back on with no regrets, knowing that I made the most out of this opportunity. In reality, the perfect, timeless piece of advice does not exist. If I were to write this speech again next year, or the year after that, or every year for the rest of my life, I'd have a different message each time. Some people might mistakenly believe that our education comes to an end today, or that it will come to an end when we finish whatever higher education we plan to pursue. I don't believe that, though. What I believe is that we're all leaving high school today only slightly less ignorant than the day we walked in. I believe that we are always works in progress, even when we leave this world. Anybody who claims to be finished or to have it all figured out is out of their mind. With that being said, the message that I've settled on delivering to you all this year is one of surrender. I know that doesn't sound too positive, but let me elaborate. I want you to imagine a river with a strong current moving downstream. You happen to be going for a swim, and you got caught in the current. You really only have two options. You could try to fight the current, swimming back upstream towards where you started. You might make some progress, but eventually you'll get tired, and the current will win. You'll end up downstream anyway. If you had instead realized the current's inevitability and surrendered to its strength, you could have embraced the journey downstream. You could have saved all your energy and let the current carry you, and you would have ended up much further down the river. That river, from its start to its end, represents the different stages of our lives. The current is the passage of time, and once it catches you, the only way you can move is forward. Things are going to change, and we're all going to move forward in our lives, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it. You could try to hold on to the past, but no amount of resistance can stop time from passing. The world will keep moving forward without you. But the most beautiful thing about time is that it doesn't care who you are. Time has humbled every single person that's ever lived and every single person that ever will live. I don't mean to say this to scare anyone. Time shouldn't be a scary thing. I mean, if we all lived forever, our lives would have no value. There would be no urgency. You could always just put it off until tomorrow. Every accomplishment and every experience would be meaningless. Time is what gives our lives value. And to live our lives to their fullest, we must surrender to the passage of time and embrace change. I was going to close this out by referencing how we graduates have a unique opportunity as we move on to the next stage of our lives. But then I realized that this opportunity isn't just ours. It's an opportunity for every person here today. If you're not happy with who you've been up to this point, the dreams that you might not ever pursue, or the dreams that you've given up on because they take too long, it's not too late to change. Yeah, it might take you a couple of years to get it done, but those years are going to pass no matter what you do. The reason so many people fear death is because they fear that they're going to leave this world unfulfilled. I hope that every single person here, when their time comes, is able to look back on what they've done with pride rather than thinking about what could have been. I hope that you all pursue the things you love, no matter how long they take, because that time is going to pass anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. At this time, please welcome the class of 2025 Salutatorian, Rachel Becca.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Leah. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to start the speech off by first thanking everyone for coming out to celebrate this exciting and important occasion. I'd also like to thank Miss Ryan and my friends for helping me revise the speech, because I was not doing that myself. A lot of events have occurred throughout our 4 years here at Peabody High, and while some of them may have been expected, like our mid-year exams, prom, MCAS, or Spirit Week, a lot of unexpected things also happened. Maybe you did really well on an exam that you expected to fail. Maybe you didn't get a position that you campaigned really hard for, or maybe you made friends with a lot of people you didn't expect to. Heck, if you even asked me 4 years ago, where would you see yourself at the end of your high school career? Horrible question, by the way. This definitely wouldn't be what little me would have expected. Throughout our 4 years here, a lot of our expectations fell short of what actually happened. They didn't represent our reality, and I want to put an emphasis on that. This idea of expectation versus reality. Now, I'm not emphasizing this because I want you all to look back and be sad because you didn't make little you proud or anything. No. That's not what I want. It's actually quite the opposite. I'm emphasizing it because I've seen a lot of people in school, online, and mostly myself, try and predict or expect what's going to happen in their life. Those things don't turn out how they expected, and they let those little hiccups define who they become after those points. So, my question to you is, why do we do this? Why do we try and predict or expect or plan our entire future? And why do we let those small little hiccups define us? From waking up late to school to not landing your dream job, you can't be prepared for everything life throws at you. You think we were prepared for the numerous fire drills that happened at school throughout our 4 years? Yeah, no, we definitely weren't prepared for all that. Life is so random that we can't even agree on a single simile to represent it. You have life is like a tree, life is like a river, life is like a roller coaster, life is like a lot of things, like the complex way the school is made. All of those can represent life because life in itself is completely random. It's so random that the fact that we're even here, as the people we are, is probably the least likely thing to ever occur. Actually, did you know that being born to the parents you have with the DNA you have has a 1 in 400 trillion chance to occur? Plus, the chance of you turning out the way you are now, given all the decisions you've made up to this point, is about 0.5 to the power of 230 million%. Don't let that big number fool you. I tried to type it into my calculator, and each time I did it, I got 0. 0. So, despite that, we still get so caught up predicting what our future is going to be like. Clearly, expectations aren't that accurate, considering it's expected for us to not exist. Look, planning is a really good thing, but trying to plan out your next 5 years down to the day and expect everything turned out the way you wanted it to, it's not going to happen. And the next time something unexpected does occur, just know that the fact that you're even here with the accomplishments that you've done is a miracle in and of itself, and you should be extremely proud regardless. Now, I'd like to end this speech by thanking some very important people who helped me reach this extremely unlikely point in my life. To my family, Mommy, Bobby, and my sister Arbisa, thank you so much for being there all the time, dealing with my random bursts of energy, and helping me out in whatever ways you could. You guys immigrated here 20 years ago and have tried countlessly to make many opportunities for me throughout my 18 years, and I'm so proud to be your son. Thank you to my absolutely amazing friends, all of you, those who have graduated, those who are graduating with me, and those who are soon to graduate. To specifically my core four, Rosalie, Louie, Kira, and Jules, you guys all mean the world to me. And I really wouldn't be the same person I am today if it weren't for you. Really, guys, thank you so much. And finally, but definitely not least, to all of my teachers. Thank you for teaching me across a wide range of topics, but not only actual academic lessons, but life lessons. To specifically Mr. Picanso, Ms. Wilmot, Ms. Madden, Mr. Harris, and Mr. Porcello, you guys made my day better each and every time I would come to your class during and after school. And I truly cannot describe the impact each and every one of you have had on my life. So, once again, thank you to everyone, and congratulations to us, the PVMHS class of 2025. We did it.
Thank you, Ray. It is now my honor to introduce the class of 2025 valedictorian, Kira Howland.
Thank you, Jasmine. Welcome all friends, family, and distinguished guests to the graduation of the class of 2025. It's wonderful to see you all here today as we celebrate the culmination of the past 4 years. We're celebrating the years of growth, change, and resilience that we went through together. We've all experienced our share of highs and lows, and through it all, we've grown and become ready for the next chapter. However, in order to get here, we all faced numerous challenges, whether academic, social, in our extracurriculars, or something entirely different. Throughout these challenges, the most valuable thing I learned was to never give up and never stop pushing. Even if we have to adapt or change our method, we must continue trying, because to stop is to fail. The first time I realized this was way back during my freshman year of high school. I auditioned for our school's jazz band that year with guitar. I wanted to get in so bad, but I didn't make it. I thought I might never get another chance, since the girl who earned the spot was just a year older than me and was incredibly talented, so she would only be gone for my senior year. I thought I would have to wait until then to be in the jazz band, but I was so close to giving up, but I stopped myself. I realized that if I couldn't get in for guitar, I would just have to learn another instrument instead. So that's what I did. Over the summer, I learned how to play the bass. It was challenging. While guitar and bass seemed super similar, switching instruments was still hard. And I had really liked playing the guitar, so it was a bit difficult to give that up too. But I did, and auditions came. I was so scared. I've never done well with auditions, so I was shaking the whole time. I remember being in tears afterwards since I thought I had messed up so bad. Waiting for those results was excruciating, but finally I ended up not being disappointed. I had made it in, and I was shocked, but so unbelievably happy. I had finally achieved what I had waited for so long. And while not in the way I expected, I still managed it. I was able to push through and succeed. And now I've been the bassist in the jazz band for the past 3 years, and I've enjoyed it so much. At this point, I enjoy playing the bass more than the guitar, so it was really a blessing in disguise that I didn't make it originally, but it sure didn't feel like it at the time. This experience set the tone for the rest of my high school career, and was a big part of what showed me to keep trying, to persevere, and to adapt to different challenges. I think one of the biggest challenges I've had to face is giving the speech. As I already mentioned, I'm not good at auditions, and that's just performing in front of one person. Doing a speech in front of hundreds of people is terrifying, but it has to be done, so here I am now. In the end, facing challenges can be so hard, but it's important that we persevere and never give up. It's important to keep in mind the people around you who can help you. Not giving up does not mean that you shouldn't ask for help or take advantage of any resources available to you. So I want to thank all my friends, family, and teachers who helped get me here today, since without them I could not have achieved everything I did. As we step into the future, we must remember that success doesn't always come the way we think it will. We may have to change course or try something different, but as long as we keep pushing, we'll make it. I want to finish off by wishing everyone here the best in their future, no matter where our journeys may lead us. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira. Please enjoy the musical selection performed by the PVMHS Chorale and Full House a cappella, conditioned by Mr. John Simmons, Send Me On My Way.
I would like to
Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How we do grow, how you do grow. I would like to hold my little hand. How we do grow, how we do grow.
We will now move into the part of our program that brought us all here today, the presentation of the diplomas. The diplomas will be awarded by Mayor Edward A. Betancourt Jr. and Principal Brooke Randall. We will begin with our top 20 distinguished seniors and class officers. Kiara Howland. Ray Trebika. Sam Farhat. Samantha Ladone. Noah Crocker. Rosalie Tavernese. Kamaljot Kaur. Kate Bresnahan. Addison Higgins. Tram Liu. Morgan Willett. Allison Betancourt. Marisa Maraca. Kayla Ladone. Mars Becker. Ava Marie Champany. Tyler Freitas. Catherine Holleran. Livia Jeannie. Ava Ruffing. Leah Buckley. Jasmine Ramirez. Ava Buckley. Haley Solano. Josiah Acosta. Emma Aguiar. Janai Alfaro. Hussein Al-Humrani. Guybrush Anderton. Joseph Andrews. Dylan Anise. Dylan Anisi. Antonio Anzalone. Aaliyah Arias. Kobe Avery. Matthew Arak. Madison Barrett. Caden Bulya. Evan Bedard. Lennon Bernardez Medina. Mike Bernardo. Gavin Barabee. Eric Betancourt. Riley Blanco Laura. Samuel Bowman. Angelo Bordenaro. Aiden Botello. Owen Brennan. Sean Britton. Stephen Brown. Valerie Bahovko. Caitlin Burke. Kayla Burke. Scott Cabral. Karen Cabrera. Meliangela Cabrera. Logan Callanan. Eric Callum. Tijan Kamara. Trey Can. Victoria Carter. Gabriela Carvalho. Lucas Brady. Elijah Casserly. Jaden Cotillo. Sofia Cavalcanti. Madison Cefalo. Mariani Cespedes Polanco. Joshua Chamnes. Emily Julia Chavez. Dallas Chim. Carly Schunard. Owen Christie. Megan Shimataro. Zachary Clayman. Mason Klickstein. Tristan Cole. Derek Collins. Jaden Cologne. Erica Camo. Andrew Constantino. Ava Constantino. Caleb Corner. Anthony Costanzo. Tina Coutinho Delfior. Jacob Cruzen. Eric Cunha. Jaden Cunningham. Kendra Curtis. Nicholas Da Silva. Christopher Dalton. Lily David. Maya Davis. Cassieli De Amorum. Daniel De Andrade. Joycey G. Arushu. Kelvis De Jesus. Lima. Anna Julia Disa. Jacob Dermody. Stacia Kier Desamil.
Alexa Dima. Amelia Di Battista. Jafet Jameli Zoyan. Francesco Dumas. Aldo Duran. Miguel DeVerge. Jayla Egan. Salome Jimenez. Jack Danny Edme. Chimaroke Elazu. Anthony Encarcion. Kaylee Feliciano. Marlon Feliciano Barrera. Carmela Fernandez. James Festa. Michael Figueroa Javier. Dylan Flanagan. Angelina Flores. Alessandra Forgione. Javian Francisco. Jeza Francisco. Jordan Fuenzalida. Lily Farcal. Maria Eduarda Gaglione. Joshua Gurai. Emily Gervasio. John Gill. Valentina Goga. Lyra Gomes. Mike Gomez Guzman. Kiana Good Silva. Ariana Goudreau. Fabio Goulart. Sebastian Greco. Justin Grullon Tavares. Louis Jouffry. Hillary Goulart. Sophie Haggerty. Aiden Haight. Jane Haight. Travis Halo. Zachary Hartnett. Lucas Hernandez. Tyson Higgins. Jason Holden. Sean Howcroft. Jacob Herndon. William Hyde. Nathaniel Otor. Jaslyn Irola. Alex Jackson. Anthony Jalbert. Olivia Jalbert. Jace John Pierre. Evan Johnson. Morgan Johnson. Riley Johnston. Michael Jones. Sana Juni. Dylan Jersey. Vinicio Justiniano. Aisha Kaba. Ayana Kadima. Molly Kalanides. Sophia Kalu. Ageist Colombo. Cadence Kauth. Joseph Keka. Austin Caravan. Camden King. Michaela Kokonizis. Kasper Kovolchek. Jaden Kritikos. Daniela Laguerre. Daniela Martizabal. Casper Last. Liana Latran. Tyson LeBlanc. Sophie Lennon. Amanda LePage. Macy LePage. Kaylee Lindholm. Riley Linger. Brooke Lamazney. Evan Lochman. Kylie Luzada. Giovanni Lunardi. Emma Lynch. Arthur Machado. Natalia Mushado. Anthony Marchioni. Miguel Maria. Mark Marino. Kyle Marin. Luis Martinez. Matthew Mastricola. Andrea Mata Ramos. Jarek Matos Zokir. Shayna Matthews. Nathan Medina. Emily Marquez. Anaudi Madrano. Angel Mejia. Gabriella Malconian. Michael Merchant. Addison Merrill. Dylan Metcalf. Jean-Louis Mignetti Garcia. Emily Miranda. Omar Mishal. Natalia Montoya. Dorlin Morel. Anthony Murray. Maxwell Morton. Addison Mosher. Michael Murphy. Luke Murray. Bahia Musa Belia.
Nicholas Muse. Shirat Nantare. Sherlon Nascimento. Carl Dongo. Ronald Ingua. Panayota Nikolouzos. Maya Nolan. James Norman. Michelle Norman. Joaquin Nunes. Jackson O'Brien. Andrew Oliveira. Caio Oliveira. Maria Clara Oliveira de Souza. Gris Mariel Ortiz. Isaac Ortiz. Samuel Watara. Emanuela Osika. Pedro Paiva. Nathan Palhares. Anthony Patty. Mia Omondi. Connie Patarelli. Jacob Pasella. Jaden Philbrook. Wanderson Souza Philemon. Darren Lipo. Raiza Pimenta. Andrew Pinto. Nathan Poirier. Luke Radzikowski. Khadijah Rahali. Tristan Ramsdell. Tyler Rappold. Isabella Reno. Christopher Richard. Jordan Rios. Juan Rivera. Malachi Roberts. Maria Eduarda Rocha. Emily Rodrigues. Mayane Rodrigues. Camila Rodriguez. Landon Rodriguez. Sapphire Rodriguez. Xander Rodriguez. Melanie Rodriguez Posada. Tristan Roman. Jaylene Ruiz. Aliyah Sanato. Arino Saint Victor. Chantal Sanchez. Jeremy Santana. Anthony Santana. Caio Santos. Gabriel Santos. João Pedro Santos. Sophia Rose Sharippa. Brandolyn Shahai. Anthony Silva. Lucas Silva. Lucas Silva. Mateus Silva. Vince Silva Davenport. Joseph Sinabaldi. Jonathan Sequeira. Declan Smith. Joseph Smith. Peyton Smith. Caitlin Snow. Damian Som. Talita Souza. Alexis Spagnolo. Peter Speranza. Jessica Steed. Brian Stevens. Amelia Stewart. Julianne Talbot. Madison Talbot. Sarah Talbot. Nicole Tavares Sabino. Justin Matthew Titus. Anthony Tobin. Jariel Tolentino. Miguel Torres Ornedo. Tony Tucker. Gabriel Turner. Kelly Uribe. Ariana Valentin. Aliana Marie Vasquez. Joseph Vaz. Valeria Vasquez Maldonado. Ashanti Velasquez Cruz. Adriana Veshai. Felicia Vincent. Paige Volkman. William Watson. Michael Waugh. Daniela White. Jaylene White. Casey White. Auburn James Tilley. Niala White. Christos Wilkins. Kane Wojcik. Maya Yaffe. Jenna Ciada.
At this time, fellow graduates, please stand for the turning of the tassel.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Please join us in moving your tassel from the right to the left. Esteemed guests, I now present to you the graduating class of 2025.
Peace out, PV High!